Hiya, so today I'm talking about 4,160 Tuesdays, the latest Indiegogo funded Mrs. Goss and the Gloss collaboration, and the fragrance is called Rhubarb and Custard. I know. So when I heard about this one, I knew that I had to get on board. I try now to calm myself down a little bit and not get on board everything. But this one, I had to. I just had to. I love rhubarb and custard. I like eating the proper dessert, and I like the sweets, you know, the hard-boiled red and yellow sweets. Love them. And I really enjoy the smell of rhubarb. And the idea of the smell of a tart rhubarb combined with a creamy vanilla custard, I just thought, yes, 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 yes. So what happened was I signed up just to get the 3 9mm travel sizes, which look like this. So you get 9 mils, and I got one of each. Now when I say one of each, that might not make sense because you don't know the full story if you don't. So you can get rhubarb and citrus cologne, which is this one, and you can get rhubarb and custard, 1 part rhubarb, 29 parts custard. So this is the formula that in the group, bloody dog, I'm gonna fucking kill it. Right, cut that out, we're gonna cut that out. I think Sweetie would be very happy if I get rid of it. The neighbours not so. So rhubarb and custard is the custard accord, and it's 29 parts custard, 1 part rhubarb, and that is what the group, which say they all met at Sarah McCartney's studio in Acton, and they met and decided what would be the best amount of rhubarb compared to custard. So it seemed like quite a lot of custard and not a lot of rhubarb, but they felt that this is about the ratio that you would actually eat it. As you spoon it in your mouth, you're getting 29 parts custard, 1 part rhubarb. I'm not sure. I like to have lots and lots of custard, but I don't know about 29 parts. I also like to have cream and ice cream. Ice cream's great. Your rhubarb's hot and your ice cream then melting. Oh, so that's what they all decided between them was the best combination, and I've sprayed that one here. And now you can also get it's called creamy vanilla crumble, and this is basically your custard and crumble kind of smell, and I've sprayed that over here. Okay, wow. All 3 came 2 days ago, and I was so excited. So it's a crowdfunding thing. So you sign up and you pay for what you choose. There's loads of different options, and you don't get it straight away, but it gives the perfumer the chance to get the necessary ingredients in prior to actually creating it. It just gives them a little bit more scope, I guess. So I ordered it back in, I think it must have been September, and it came a few days ago, and I'm so excited. And I decided I'd get just those 3 9 mils. I wanted to try each one individually, and then I thought I might play with the citrus and rhubarb cologne along with the creamy custard, so I could spray as much as I want of the rhubarb and as much as I want of the creamy vanilla crumble. That way, if I don't agree that 1 part rhubarb, 29 parts custard is quite correct, then I can play my own games with it. What actually happened is I fell truly, madly, deeply in love with, which one do you think I love the most? It's the bloody cologne one. So I love gourmands, I love vanilla, but I think, do you know what? I think I've overdone vanilla lately. I think that my cravings these days are for very natural smelling, more fresh cologne type fragrances. And this one is so good. It is ridiculously good. There's rhubarb and grapefruit in there along with other citruses. And it's really tart, It feels like the rhubarb is mostly pink rhubarb and a little bit of green, if that makes any sense. It's not like too tart, but it definitely has this kind of pink feel. Maybe the grapefruit does that to it as well. It smells like a pink grapefruit. Very, very sharp, fresh, zingy, bitter, just amazing. Now, there is a woodsiness to it, and there's also what feels to me like a vetiver coming through, but not anything heavy. It feels like the vetiver you get in Mugler cologne, if you know that fragrance. In actual fact, the fragrance reminds me a little bit of Mugler cologne, but this is much more interesting. Mugler cologne is a very, very well done, enjoyable citrus vetiver, musky fragrance, but it can be a bit of a snooze fest sometimes, you know, it's a bit too safe. This stands out, this is different. This is a cologne, it feels like a cologne. I think that probably men will prefer it to women, not necessarily, but it's definitely going to have more of an appeal to men than the ones with the vanilla in. But I absolutely love it. So you get the tartness of the rhubarb, you get this freshness of the citrus. They all smell ridiculously natural. Now when I say that, I don't mean they smell like the essential oil version of the particular ingredients. What I mean is they smell like you've got the bowl of cut up citrus fruits with the rhubarb right in front of you, and that is what you're smelling. But you also get a little bit of vetiver, some woodsiness, some muskiness, and you get great longevity. So for a cologne, I mean, I sprayed it the day I got it. In the evening, I sprayed quite generously here, and I kind of forgot about it. I woke up, moved around a bit in bed, begging myself to, for fuck's sake, get up, but I don't want to because it's cold and it's dark. Moved around a bit more, I was like, I've got to get up, and then I caught a whiff of this beautiful, zingy, citrusy rhubarb thing, and I was like, wow, I cannot believe that cologne, and it is a cologne strength, has lasted all night on my arm. Now we're talking about 9-ish hours, and to the point that I'm not going like that to smell it. I just caught a whiff of it as I was moving around. So longevity is fantastic. It does sit a little bit close to the skin for the most part of the wearing, apart from obviously the first half hour or so, but I don't care. I mean, 3 days I've sprayed that much. So, you know, you have to understand it is a light fragrance, it is a cologne, and you're gonna have to spray a lot of it, but it's bloody amazing. So that is my favorite. On here we've got the mixture, the rhubarb and custard together, and it's really, really nice. You've got that tart rhubarb combined with this powdery custardy thing, but you can also smell crumble. And if you don't know what crumble is, it's kind of like, it's a bit like a mashed up biscuits or cookies, but it has got like a biscuity kind of smell. So it's good, it's really good. And then over here, where did I put it here, is just your pure creamy vanilla crumble. And that's really, really pleasant. Now I doused myself last night when I went to bed. I just chucked a whole load here, and then I went off into heaven in my dreams because it was so beautiful. I wouldn't buy this because I've got so many vanilla centric fragrances, and to me I just don't need it, but it's really, really good. So if you're looking to fill a gap, a vanillic, biscuity, powdery gap in your fragrance wardrobe, this is one to consider. But this one's probably a bit more interesting because you've got that tart rhubarb combined with this. I can't talk about longevity for these at the moment because I haven't properly tested them. The citrus cologne, the rhubarb citrus cologne, is the only one I've worn for a full day and actually been able to test the longevity. So these I couldn't tell you, but my guess would be they'll last a lot longer than the citrus cologne, and they're going to project more from your skin. My suggestion is to do what I did and try and get the smaller ones of all of them so you can make your own decision without committing too much. I've now ordered a bigger bottle of the Rhubarb and Citrus Cologne. In fact, I think I did it the very next day because I just had to have it. It's one of those fragrances I'll be spraying a lot, I'll be using it up pretty quick, but you know, I just love it, and the price is really good. So it's still up on the Indiegogo site. I'm going to be linking that one in the description box so you can find it, and I really do recommend that you get your noses on these fragrances if you haven't done already. So that's all from me, and I think I might even get a little bit of Sweetie. Let's see if we can get some Sweetie action. There she is. She's been sitting quietly beside me, behaving herself for a change. So see you later, guys.